This is the big one. Welcome to our coverage of Super Duper Sunday in the AIA Singapore Premier League. And we are at Jurong East Stadium for this massive encounter between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers. And we will find out a little bit more on the destiny of the title after today's match, as these two giants go head to head in this big one. And the reason why is we look at the table is because we will get to know a little bit closer with two matches remaining after today, whether Albirex Niigata, Tampines Rovers, or even if Lion City Sailors are in within a shout of winning the title in 2020. Albirex Niigata with a win or a draw will fancy their chances in the run-in, whereas for Tampines Rovers, they have to do it with a victory, as with the two run-ins for both teams, Albirex Niigata do look to have the easier of the run-ins compared to Tampines Rovers. So Tampines need to get the 3 points today. And there are hot shots to look out for in today's encounter. And for Albirex Niigata, it is their number 10, Tomoyuki Doi. 5 wins in 5 for the White Swans. Tomoyuki Doi with 8 goals. He has been firing them. And with the likes of Taniguchi and Kenta Kurishima and Ryosuke Nagasawa helping him out, he will look to get on the score sheet once again and perhaps put the pressure on Stipe Plazibat, who is 6 goals away from him. But anything can happen in this crazy season. For Boris Kopitovic, he is our man to watch for Tampines Rovers. And even though the Stags have started in their last 5 matches with 3 draws, Kopitovic, the Montenegrin, has scored 5 goals in his last 5 matches. And with Jordan Webb serving the second of his 2-match suspension, out for this one, and also on 7 goals, the onus will be on Boris Kopitovic to get the goals today up front with Yase Hanapi and Zerudin Mehmedovic. Well, these two teams have looked at this one very, very carefully, earmarked this as a potential title decider. So how are the two camps shaping up ahead of this one? Let's hear from the Albirex camp with their first team coach Yuki Fujimoto and then Gavin Lee of Tampines Rovers.
A huge game today, a potential title decider. What are your thoughts ahead of tonight?
It's definitely the biggest game in this season. Needless to say, our players know how important game today. Of course, I believe our player, so it's gonna be a very good game today.
You are on 5 straight wins, but your last and only loss of the season came at the hands of your opponents tonight. What will your approach be in this match?
Well, unfortunately, no goals last game against the Tampines in first round. However, we have gained momentum in this second round. So I believe our player will get the goals today.
And what do you think will be your biggest challenge in getting those 3 points tonight?
Okay, biggest challenge. I think the most key points of this game, opening score. If the team gets opening score, we can dominate the game and gain momentum. So that's why the first score is very important.
Gavin, a massively important game tonight, perhaps the biggest game of the season. How are you feeling ahead of this?
Right now I'm in a state of calm, as I always am before games. I think the players recognize the importance of just us maintaining our thinking and our state of mind, and we're just ready to go.
You are just 2 points behind the leaders and it's still all to play for, but do you think the pressure is more on your side or theirs?
To be honest, we haven't really thought about that. Every game we just put the same amount of pressure on ourselves to go out there and perform and deliver the results, really.
I know you like to say you like to take one game at a time, but you remain the only ones to have beaten Albirex this season. We know you'll be missing Jordan Webb tonight, but can we expect you to come in with a similar approach to that win?
Well, I guess you would see how we approach the game later on when we actually play. For us, again, it's just focus on our game plan, our intentions, and today it's all about us applying ourselves, really.
Yeah, both camps being very, very coy ahead of this one. And Yuki Fujimoto making a very important point. The first goal will set the tone for the match. And if Albirex Niigata have the first goal, it will be very, very difficult for Tampines Rovers, who will then need to chase and get at least 2 goals to win the match. The match officials today ready to get on the pitch. Jansen Fu will be the man in the middle, assisted by Manoj Kalwani and Alson Fu, the fourth official, Y. Satakuma. Tampines Rovers, as Gavin Lee alluded to, will be missing Jordan Webb, who is on 7 goals and 4 assists for the season. And he will be a big miss, a big blow for Tampines Rovers. But Gavin has rung the changes in this one, has made a couple of changes to the team that beat Hougang United by 2-0 last time out. And they have experimented with a back three, Tampines Rovers. They can go with a back three, comfortable with a back four as well. And they did start with a back three in the 2-0 victory on 31st October against Albirex Niigata, the only defeat for Albirex this season. And from my reckoning, it does seem to be a back three today for the Stags. For Albirex Niigata, well, they don't really change much. Keiji Shigetomi has his tried and trusted, as we see. Oh, there you go. Ryo Sakuma ready to go. Pressure, what pressure? Title decider? Just enjoy the match. And both teams will love to play open, expansive football. So we are in for a good game of football. Just alluding to Keiji Shigetomi's lineup, 5 of the starting 11 today have played in every single minute of Albirex Niigata's campaign. So talk about squad rotation. He has his tried and trusted players, and he will stick with it for this big match. Kazuki Hashioka leading the line out, and he is on good form. Scored his first goal of the season against the Young Lions last time out, and so did Ong Yuen, who gets a start in this match. Yase Hanapi has yet to find the back of the net for Tampines Rovers. Did serve a lengthy suspension that was carried over from last season, but will captain Tampines Rovers for this important encounter as we await the signal for Tampines Rovers to make their way onto the pitch. For Gavin Lee, only Kyoga Nakamura and Shazwan Buhari have started every single match this season. Shazwan and Keokawa challenging for the Golden Glove, both of them on 6 clean sheets, joint top goalkeepers in terms of clean sheets. So we're seeing teams that are dangerous at the front, but also very, very capable of keeping the door shut at the back. Tampines Rovers only conceding 8 goals this season, the best defensive record in the league in 11 matches. Albirex Niigata, not too bad themselves, just 10 goals conceded in 11 matches. So it's going to be tight, it's going to be tactical. We don't expect fast, fluid football from the very, very start. We do expect good passing and very measured approach from both teams. Let's have a look at the lineups in this massive encounter, starting with Albirex Niigata, and they go with the tried and trusted back 5, including Keokawa, Kamata, Takida, Sakuma, and Hashioka make up the back 4. Ong Yuen is the chosen Singapore attacker for Albirex Niigata. Fairoz Hassan on the bench, a good chance for Ong Yuen to add to that 1 goal that he scored against the Young Lions. Tomoyuki Doi and Ryoya Taniguchi will make up that front 3. For Tampines Rovers, does look like they're going with a back 3 of Baihaki Kaizan, Daniel Bennett, and Amirul Adli. Zerudin Mehmedovic will be pushed forward in attack. A big game for Andrew Au, who will play at left wing back, and Ryan Sanizal at right wing back. Gavin Lee placing the faith in these 2 youngsters to provide the width for Tampines Rovers in this big one. Plenty of options off the bench as well for Keiji Shigetomi. Has Ryo Nishiguchi back fit once again, and he's an option. 5 goals this season to be called upon. Fairoz Hassan and Yasuhiro Hanada also options off the bench for the White Swans. Tampines Rovers can call upon the likes of Madhu Mohana, Taufik Suparno, who scored his first of the season against Hougang United, as well as Irwan Shah. Fazrul Nawas, Singapore International, also an option from the bench. So good options for both head coaches. And Gavin Lee, relaxed, has his trusted assistant coach beside him in Faruddin Mustafic. And we'll keep you up to date with the other match happening at Jurong West Stadium as the Young Lions take on Lion City Sailors. That is must win as well for the Sailors. And plenty of permutations of whether a draw, victory for either side here, how that will pan out. It won't be decided today. Even an Albirex Niigata victory won't decide the title just as yet. But the earliest it could be decided is on Wednesday. We might not find a title decider on the final day of the season come 5th December. All right, here we go. Albirex Niigata kicking us off in their orange strip. Attacking from right to left. And Nagasawa will play down the left in attack, very fluid. And he and Taniguchi can rotate positions as Tomoyuki Doi tries to turn Daniel Bennett. It's going to be tactical. We do expect to be very measured at the start of this match. And here's Baihaki. It does look to be indeed a back three for Tampines Rovers. Amirul Adli tries to switch the play to Andrew Orr. And Ryan Sanizal usually starts on the right, has gone to left wing back. So they have rotated it a little bit here, Tampines Rovers. Big game for Nakamura, as it was in OTH. Their victory against Albirex Niigata, captained the White Swans last season, and now in a title fight with his former club. Bennett to Baihaki. But what they have in defense is plenty of experience, as Kopetovic loses out there to Takida. Andrew to Nakamura. Back to Andrew once again. Keeps possession. Bennett looks for the long pass down the line. Tough for Mehmedovic, who's playing in a much more advanced position. And Yase just caught. Strong challenge early on in this match. Jansen Fu on the spot to provide the decision. Yeah, Takida going through Yase Hanapi. Signal is up for Baihaki and Daniel Bennett, as you can see, to make their way into the penalty area for this set-piece opportunity. Nakamura looks for the early delivery. We'll wait now to deliver between him and Mehmedovic. Mehmedovic will deliver into the area. It's a dangerous one, headed away. Iman will try and keep it for Albirex. Ball goes out here to Nakamura. Right-footed ball into the area. It's a dangerous one for Baihaki, who knocks it into the danger zone. It was only Boris Kopetovic waiting for the knockback. And thankfully for Albirex Niigata, it didn't find the big Montenegrin. Kurishima has dropped really, really deep to start possession. Here's Yuan. He must be on cloud 9 after his first goal for the club. And the faith placed in him by Keiji Shigetomi to start a second game in a row. Here's Hashioka, who's definitely in contention for player of the season, has contributed from right back with a goal and 4 assists, but his overall play has been fantastic. Important interception there by Amirul Adli. Speculative strike from Ryoya Taniguchi on his left foot. Body shape was all over the place, didn't get the connection as well, and that won't trouble Shazwan. Tampines will look to play it out from the goal kick by Haki and Daniel Bennett, just splitting Nakamura, who's also an option. Shazwan. Tampines will play it out from the back, they won't force it. Nakamura. Just over the head of Yase Hanapi. Almost worked it really, really well, Tampines Rovers. Hashioka in possession and has Ong Yuan, who was making a move. Just lack of communication there between right back and right attacker. Still only a teenager, Ong Yuan, so big opportunity for him as Ryo Sakuma just climbs all over Boris. And free kick will go Tampines Rovers' way. It has been dry in Singapore, so the pitch not rolling as freely as both teams would like. Truthfully, they would like the pitch to be a bit slicker. There's artificial turf here at Jurong East. Amirul. Shah's layoff, a little short. And Albirex win possession back. Taniguchi has the option of Doi, still with Taniguchi. To Doi, who's onside. He goes for goal! Important save by Shazwan Buhari. First chance of the match. And they were slack in possession, Tampines Rovers, almost paying the price. And Doi kept himself onside. And always eager to get a shot away, Tomoyuki Doi. Yase in possession, captaining Tampines Rovers. And the side full of leaders in Baihaki and Bennett. Crossfield ball. Looking for Andrew. It's a good first touch. Lays it off to Yase. A pitch just making it a little bit difficult. And one back by Kurashima. And those back pass. A little bumpy for Shazwan, but does well. But his pass is a difficult one for Bennett to deal with. Just nudges Iman out of the way, but lost in possession. And Keokawa will reset for Albirex. Here is Nagasawa, who will take on Andrew. Being tucked back there. Strong challenge between the both of them. Fair. And the referee agrees with it as well. A throw will go Tampines Rovers' way, but that will be an interesting battle between Nagasawa and Andrew. Both of similar physical stature. And so is this battle between Takida and Kopitovic. Kopitovic has a different test than he had against Hougang. Was up against Aplin and Tan. Slack pass once again. Here's Iman. Nakamura wins it back, and for the second time, Tampines a bit sloppy in their passing there. Kopitovic just loses out to Takida. He's getting the better of that battle at the moment. Here's Yuan. Hashioka providing the option. Yuan just tucked back there by Ryan. Quick free kick looking for Hashioka. Amirul reads it well. Nakamura, who knows his ground really, really well, of course. That's great play by Kyoga Nakamura. Felt the contact, goes down and wins the free kick and relieves a little bit of pressure there for Tampines Rovers. Here's the early opportunity. Doi, they were asking for offside. He kept himself on. Creeping into the far post. Smart save by Shazwan. Had to be on his toes and was ready for the strike. But Tomoyuki Doi doesn't need a second invite to get a shot away. That's the most shots in the league. Taniguchi. Takida. Kamata here down the left. Has done well at left back in recent matches. Kamata. And they've kept the back four as is for the majority of the matches. And great understanding between the defenders. Taniguchi. Takida coming up with the ball. Iman will try and turn. Strong challenge that came in there by Andrew. A collision there between Iman and Mehmedovic. Just off the ball. Just lost out there and just tried to make up for the loss in possession. This stamp on Mehmedovic, just a late challenge. Nothing too cynical there by the youngster Iman Hakim. This is by Haki in possession to Bennett. Yase provides the option, the knockdown only as far as Taniguchi. By Haki's header will find Kopitovic. Good first touch, lays it back to Shah. Mehmedovic will spread the play out to the left to Amirul. And Sanizal straight away. Hashioka on his back and not giving Tampines Rovers any time on the ball. By Haki to Ryan. Kopitovic comes short. Regains possession, does well. Mehmedovic switches it. Kamata well positioned to prevent the pass reaching Andrew, who will regain possession for the Stags. Mehmedovic. Andrew once again. Again, Gavin Lee not afraid to throw the youngsters into the deep end. Mehmedovic. Yase, that's good football. Still with Zerudin Mehmedovic on his left foot. Will he get a strike? Just waiting and gets a shot. Almost creeped into the far post. seemed to take an age to get the shot away, Zainuddin Mehmedovic. Quick 1-2 between him and Yase. Had the opportunity several times to perhaps fire a strike at goal. Eventually did. And Okawa was scrambling. And that's the first real attack for Tampines Rovers. Okawa, who has a tendency to come really, really far off his line in matches, just like this. Diagonal ball in search for Ong Yu-wen. Ryan will just see this out and take the throw for Tampines. Well, we do expect a tactical battle, and we're getting one. Both teams cautious. They're not pushing too many players forward in fear of the counter. Here's Yase. Ball out wide, and sometime here for Andrew. Just misreads the situation and can't keep the ball in play. It is a tricky surface, the Jurong East Stadium. Remember, it's fully artificial, and the roll of the football can be deceiving. Here's Yuan. Ryan can't lose it there. Battling away with Taniguchi. And the free kick goes the way of Ryan Sanizal. Taniguchi thought he was tugged back and deserved the free kick. Yeah, it just seemed to be a rugby tackle on Taniguchi. And Jensen Fu blows in favor though of Tampines. Amirul to Ryan. Kopitovic making the run. Will receive it here from Shah. Sakuma and Takida giving Kopitovic no space at all. They're tight on him. Earmarked him as the danger man. And one less threat to deal with, of course, with Jordan Webb not available for Tampines. Albirex come into this one with a clean bill of health. They've been on a good run, Albirex. 5 wins in a row. 5 wins since that 2-0 defeat against Tampines Rovers on the 31st of October. Yase with a little juggle on the head. Up against Kamata, and did better with his head than with his feet on that occasion. Nice footwork and fancy skills. Akin to a freestyle footballer, Yase. Andrew all over Nagasawa. Really putting himself about. Andrew all. Kamata searching for options. Will find it in Taniguchi, but possession won back in very good position for Tampines. Sakuma to Okawa. They have to get the clearance really, really right with Kopitovic breathing down their necks. Nakamura. Yase tries to flick on. Bouncing awkwardly, Yase wins it back, and that was a strike at goal. Deflection finds Mehmedovic. Just opens the play to Ryan Nakamura. Here's Ryan Sanizal. Nakamura on his left foot. A little magician. What can he create? Haki goes long. Interesting ball. Kamata, not for the first time, positioned expertly to get the header away. Nagasawa taking on the Tampines Rovers defenders, retains possession, eventually loses out to Shah. They won the foul. Well, Nagasawa having something to say with Shah Shahiran, and Mehmedovic putting the ball out of play. Well, plenty at stake here, and it's heating up at Jurong East. Well, Mehmedovic asking the fourth official to provide some support to Jensen Fu in the decision making. Well, Jensen is making his way to speak to Nagasawa. Oh, that's naughty from Nagasawa, isn't it? Shah still receiving treatment. Shah does seem to be okay. Oh, Shigetomi getting involved as well. Not happy that they're asking for a yellow card. Oh, Shah Shairan giving a slap on Nagasawa as well. No cards given by Jensen Fu. And that is not an example of what is at stake and the pressure on both players from both teams. Again, Kopitovic having to take on Sakuma and Takida almost by himself at the moment. Hashioka to Ong Yuan up against Ryan. Onto his right foot. Tries to get a cross in, blocked by Ryan. It will be a corner, the first one of the match. And Kenta Kurishima will trot over to take the set piece. Up comes Takida, Sakuma. So is Doi. Bahaki picking up Sakuma. Bennett on Takida. Amirul has a close watch on Tomoyuki Doi. Kurishima, there's a flick on, danger signs. Ong Yuan with the strike away, still alive in the penalty area. Not fully dealt with. Nagasawa, can he keep this in play? The ball just goes out of play. Kurishima's corner, aiming for the near post, looking for the flick on, and they didn't really deal with it. Almost found Ong Yuan. Doi couldn't get the connection. Nagasawa unable to keep it in play. 5 shots in this match already. 3 for Albirex. Bahaki's clearance to Kopitovic. That's a good layoff to Mehmedovic. Tries to play in. Boris Kopitovic with a big opportunity here. Boris Kopitovic goes over the bar. Okay, Okawa was unmoved, but good setup play. And that's much better from Tampines Rovers number 9. Good layoff. And then with the run into space, expertly found there by Mehmedovic, who has the habit of pass through the eye of a needle and just over the bar there by Boris Kopitovic. Okawa's clearance. Bahaki will have the header to Ryan. He's unable to keep it in play. A bit hesitant in the play at times. Tampines at the back. Hashioka. With a fantastic goal against the Young Lions. A dribbling ability, almost like Lionel Messi. It opens up here for Nagasawa. On the edge of the area, was found by Taniguchi. And didn't see any options in the area. Cut it back for Ryosuke Nagasawa, who blast that over. A good vision by Taniguchi. It's a slip by Amirul Ali that led to that opportunity. But with a back three, there's always cover in defense. Taniguchi once again to Doi, who will try and get a shot away. Picked up by Bennett. Well, Doi just miscues a left foot strike. And Nakamura runs into Hashioka, who wins it back. Options down the left here for Albirex. Kurishima. Still with Kenta Kurishima with the fake. Looking for Taniguchi. Ryan plays it back to Shazwan and they clear the lines. Kopitovic battling away with Sakuma and Kurishima and somehow retains possession. Mehmedovic as Tampines Rovers players stream forward in support. And Kurishima with an important interception. Won back fairly by Nakamura. Shah to Yase. Just strips over the ball. Mehmedovic. Andrew is an option down the right for Tampines. First time ball into the area. It's a decent one, headed away by Sakuma. Won back expertly by Yase, just pinching it past Iman. Andrew. Now it's the turn of Tampines to have some time on the ball. Bahaki with a little skill to get past Iman. Nakamura can't lose it. Nagasawa keeps the ball in play. Oh, so tight, so tense, isn't it? So much at stake. Loose ball by Bennett. Kurashima looking for Doi, who just slips. Nakamura to Yase. Bennett goes long, looking for Kopitovic. Controlled by Hashioka. Under pressure, will play it back to Sakuma. We will have a water break in 3.5 minutes. Taniguchi. Doi. There's good hold-up play by Tomoyuki Doi. Brings Takida into play. Out wide to Kamata. Doi tries the 1-2. Andrew with the clearance. Nakamura runs it out. Just looking up, looking for support, but surrounded by orange shirts. No real option for Tampines Rovers. When they do look for the counter, it's just Kopitovic up front. Kamata. It's good shape by Tampines. They're known for the forays going forward, Tampines, but it's been excellent defensively by them. There's that 1-2 between Ong Yuwen and Hashioka falls flat. And perhaps for Tampines, they just want to keep themselves in the match as long as possible. As mentioned, fatigue might come into play for Albirex Niigata. 5 of the starting 11 today have played every single minute of this season. Not too much squad rotation going on. Sakuma all over Kopitovic. He's asking for the foul, not getting it. Makes the run off the ball. Mehmedovic. Now it's third man running from Shahiran. But that body's back. Albirex Niigata. Kamata. Good first touch by Nagasawa. Being dragged back there by Andrew. And there will be a yellow card to Andrew Oh. The first one of the match, and I think the easiest decision that Jensen Fu will have to make this season. Just preventing Nagasawa from racing through on goal. Just quick football, isn't it? First touch. He's not controlling it dead. He's moving the ball constantly, Nagasawa. And Kurishima standing over this set piece. High line from the Stags. Delivery needs to be spot on from Kenta Kurishima. Doi making a move. There's a deep ball by Kurishima looking for Sakuma, who got the header and just got the header behind by Haki Kaizan. No real Tampines Rovers defender close to that free kick. And there'll be cause for concern for Gavin Lee. The space afforded to Ryo Sakuma at the back stick. Probably wasn't expecting it to find him. Jensen Fu bringing the players for a quick break. The first of 2 water breaks. Boris Kopitovic making a point of the treatment he's been getting. There's a good opportunity for Kopitovic early on. Expertly found by Mehmedovic. Just bounce. a little bit before he took the strike. Just due to the fact that their run-in seems to be a little easier than Tampines Rovers. Albirex have Tanjong Pagar United at home chasing AFC Cup qualification. Oh, still no closer to knowing who will lift the title, who will qualify for the AFC Champions League or for the AFC Cup. Might go down to the wire. Here's Ong Yuan looking for Doi. Sakuma getting ahead of Kopetovic. And he can go back if he wants, and does to Takida. Kamata. Asking Nagasawa to come short. Nagasawa will know that Andrew is on a yellow. And if you're Albirex Niigata, you'll try and take on the youngster and put him under pressure. Here is Nagasawa. Taniguchi back to Takida. Sakuma spreads it out to Yuan. Taniguchi. Good possession by the White Swans. Hashioka making the run. Amirul Ali's clearance. There's a shanked one, and that will go out for a throw on the opposite side for Albirex Niigata. An orange shirt. Try and get themselves out of trouble here. Yase wins it back. Mehmedovic. Calming possession. Here's Andrew. And closed down by Kamata. Throw will go Tampines Rovers' way, deep in their own half. Oh, Bennett's clearance, not the best. Possession straight back here to Albirex. Here's Kamata with the throw. Trying to put the pressure on Nagasawa. Just couldn't control it and keep it in play. Might have been really interesting if he did, as he would have found his way down the line, perhaps picking out a player in the area. Again, the pitch just causing some confusion there between Bennett and Andrew. I have to say, possession-wise and attackingly, Albirex have slightly edged this opening 29 minutes. Shazwan to Nakamura. They played out from the back, but give it straight back here to Taniguchi. And playing with fire, Tampines at the back. Yuan being forced back. Plays it to Sakuma. Goes long, looking for Hashioka. Challenged by Amirul Ali. It's a late one on Hashioka. And Jensen Fu won't reach for his pocket on this occasion. It did seem to the naked eye the right decision. Good spot by Sakuma to look for the run of Hashioka. And Amirul Ali went through the side there of Hashioka. Set piece opportunity for Albirex. Tomoyuki Doi is standing over it, and so is Kenta Kurishima. You do fancy it does suit Kurishima with his left foot with the angle. But Tomoyuki Doi will fancy his chance from any angle on the pitch. Most shots in the league, remember. It's not a big wall ahead of Tomoyuki Doi if he feels he can curl it around or over and find the back of the net. Will it be Doi. Kurishima making a space for the pass. Doi with the angle ball in. Collision between Shazwan and an Albirex player has gone out for a goal kick. It's Taniguchi just fooling the full brunt of Shazwan Buhari as he fell. Doi tried to find Taniguchi and his shots were just coming through the back of him. Accidental. Shazwan has come up with a big save earlier in the match to deny Tomoyuki Doi. It's been relatively quiet for Okawa. Nakamura. Skips past Taniguchi. Iman wins it back for Albirex. It's good defensive play from the youngster. Takeda to Hashioka. A confident play from Hashioka. Good piece of skill. Okawa, look how far he's come. Takeda. Well, definitely can't lose it here. Shah with a touch, but his pass only as far as Iman. Oh, good idea from Kurishima. Saw the run of Nagasawa, just lacked the execution on that occasion. Bennett under pressure, ball down the line, headed by Kamata. And Shazwan will just keep this in play and take his time to restart possession. Tampines a little bit under the cosh in terms of possession, not really through the attacks of Albirex Niigata. And you do feel Albirex have had better of this first half so far. A little bit more comfortable, they've settled quicker. Yase in possession but looks up and no real support for Yase Hanapi. Plays it back to Memedovic. Nakamura. Memedovic. Kopitovic ahead of him. Bahaki. Nakamura. Getting some touches on the ball at the moment, Tampines. Andrew, who settled well since receiving the yellow card. Good spell of possession by Tampines, not really hurting Albirex. Just keeping possession, trying to find the space to unlock this Albirex Niigata defense. Andrew Stroh looking for Kopitovic. Well marshaled there by Takeda. Andrew. We'll go back here to Shazwan. As the floodlights come on here at Jurong East. 6:04 p.m. local time in Singapore. Shining the light on the big one this weekend. Nagasawa onto his right foot. Loves to come in field and set up an attack. Takeda with a booming crossfield pass to Hashioka. Spot on with that. Good first touch by Hashioka. Yuan back to the captain. Yuan will try and get ahead of Ryan Sanizal. Assistant referee is flagging. And decision goes Tampines Rovers' way. Well, it might be closed door, but the fans just milling around the ground here at Jurong East Stadium. And plenty of interest in this particular fixture. Happy to say for the most part, social distancing has been observed. Shazwan's kick. Sakuma, that's a good header. Well, we have a goal update from the west of Jurong between the Young Lions and Lion City Sailors. And the Sailors have gone 1-0 up through Sharil Ishak. And if there's anyone who would like a draw in this one, it would be Lion City Sailors. The big spending Lion City Sailors. An important goal for them. That will impact the table as it stands. Kamata. Ball in search for Doi, but Haki has to be careful with his knockback. Doi steals ahead of Shazwan, and Albirex Niigata take the lead. 8 minutes before the break, an opportunistic strike. Saw the danger, chased it down, and gets his rewards. Tomoyuki Doi, 9 goals for the season. On red-hot form by Haki's header back to Shazwan, just didn't have enough meat, and Doi in such red-hot form, didn't give up the ghost, steals ahead of Shazwan, and puts Albirex Niigata 1-0 up. And you can prepare the orange ribbons on the trophy if this remains until full time. Well, well, well. They have been the better team overall, Albirex Niigata. As Tampines Rovers go on attack from kickoff. And now they really have to open up. Now if the game plan was to just soak and keep it level for as long as possible, well, throw that game plan out the window. Amirul to Bennett. Kamata's clearance, and here's the goal scorer, Doi. Nagasawa. Kurishima making a run. Look at the space here for Ryosuke Nagasawa. Important interception there by Ryan Sanizal, but it's opened up since the goal for Albirex. Well, I said the goal from Lion City Sailors will impact the table as it stands. This goal will have a major impact. Victory for Albirex Niigata will see them open a 5-point gap over Tampines, who will remain in second even if they lose here and Lion City Sailors get victory. 5-point lead with quick 1-2 with Hashioka. Taniguchi just ran out of play on that occasion. And what this will do will place emphasis, of course, on the fixture on Wednesday between Lion City Sailors and Tampines Rovers for the all-important AFC Champions League qualification spot. Direct entry. That's a good ball looking for Kopitovic. The bounce just favored him. The clearance comes off his hand. And it will be a free kick to Albirex Niigata. Yeah, just held up the pitch for Big Boris. And unlucky. Yuan has grown into the match. So has Iman. Looking for options. Iman Hakim. Doi. Kurishima. They're streaming forward once again here, Albirex. Nagasawa. Andrew can't touch him. Already on a yellow. Ashioka. Some space now for Yuan to get a cross in. Oh, shanks his cross and will find his way all the way through to Mehmedovic. But he looks up and Mehmedovic Only has Kopitovic surrounded by 3 orange shirts. More grey shirts streaming forward. Nakamura. Yase has gone to ground. Something happening off the ball. Bahaki to Shah. Amirul. And they reset here through Shazwan. Andrew tries to keep it in and does. It'll be interesting to see how they react. Second half, Tampines. Will there be changes? We do know Albirex Niigata love to make a change or two at half time. You do expect, same from Keiji Shigetomi, that's up to Tampines Rovers to set the tone for the second half. Nagasawa plays in Kamata. Bennett will read this all the way. A little handoff. Kamata wins it back in the area. Hiroshi Kamata to Doi. Good save, Shazwan. Well, how important will that save be? Great work by Kamata. Chasing it down all the way. Bennett was trying to see it out. Just pinched it past Denner Bennett with the unselfish play to Doi. And a snapshot. Fantastic save by Shazwan. Shah looks up. No real option for him. Will there be a change in personnel or change in tactics perhaps? Second half for Tampines. It's not really worked out for them. Score update from Jurong West Lion City Sailors. 2-0 up, Song Yong with a penalty there. And perhaps game over already. As Lion City Sailors assert the dominance as they try the spectacular from range. Taniguchi saw Shazwan off his line. So as it stands, Albirex Niigata with 29 points. Tampines on 24, Lion City Sailors 23. With 2 rounds to go after today. If Albirex get victory here and win against Tanjung Pagar United on Wednesday, it's game over. Shazwan has to be careful. Shah to Amirul. Ryan. Kurashima just steals it ahead of Yase. Tampines win it back by Haki. Mehmedovic with a flick. That was a good idea to set Kopitovic free. 30 seconds of the half left. Expecting 2 minutes of time to be added on. Sloppy pass. There's Doi. The flag has not gone up. Shazwan's clearance, the highest one today yet. Bennett gets the flick on. Well read by Taniguchi. Kamata. There's confirmation of the 2 minutes to be added on. Kurishima. Takida. Just keeping the ball at the moment, and that's all he needs. Albirex. Kamata. Work it well, Kurishima. Doi makes the run, the flag is up. I'd have to be so careful, the back line. Doi loves to make the runs in behind the defense. Jensen Fu will have a word with Kopitovic for a late challenge earlier on in the phase of play. It's been frustrating for Kopitovic, who's worked hard, has made the runs, but just hasn't been found. And has been surrounded by Sakuma and Takida whenever he gets possession of the football. By Haki. Nakamura with some time and space to turn and pick a pass. A combination of Hashioka and Sakuma deal with that. Amirul. Bahaki through the middle to Mehmedovic. Dinked ball. Sakuma, important header, otherwise Kopitovic might have been through. Does find Kopitovic. To Nakamura, good turn. Kyoga Nakamura off the bar, still alive. Headed away by Nagasawa. And that's the best chance yet for Tampines Rovers right at the death of the first half. Anywhere will do for Taniguchi. But so close, and great play by Kyoga Nakamura as they go for one final attack perhaps. Yes, Doi and Jensen Fu will bring an end to the first half. 1-0 to Albirex Niigata, but could have been so different in the final moments. Kyoga Nakamura with an expert turn to fashion some space for himself. And he got the strike away. It hit the bar, thankfully for Keokawa. But at the break, courtesy of Tomoyuki Doi's strike, after 38 minutes, it's Albirex Niigata 1, Tampines Rovers 0. Welcome back to Jurong East Stadium. The halftime score in the biggest encounter of the season yet between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers is 1-0 to the White Swans, courtesy of Tomoyuki Doi's opportunistic strike after 38 minutes. And it was a tactical encounter between both teams up to that point and really opened up after the goal. But Tomoyuki Doi with his 9th goal of the season. And here's a look at the highlights of the first half. And Tomoyuki Doi tested Shazwan Buhari very early on. A strike from distance. Shazwan Buhari had to be alert on his toes. It was creeping into the far post, and you give time and space to a man of his talents, Tomoyuki Doi, and he will punish you. Good strike, equally good save by Shazwan. And Tampines had an opportunity through Zerudin Mehmedovic. A good setup play between him and Yase on his left foot. Took an age to get a strike away, almost curled it into the far post. Kei Okawa was scrambling. He will say he perhaps had the angle covered, but good 1-2 setup play. Mehmedovic had a couple of opportunities to get the strike away. Just waited and waited for the space to open up. Eventually had a shot. It was a decent one, just crept wide. Kopitovic had plenty to deal with in Sakuma and Takida, but on a rare occasion when the ball did find him, he blasted it over the bar. Great pass by Zerdin Mehmedovic, who only had Kopitovic to aim for. Found the pass through the eye of the needle, left-footed strike over the bar. And there was a close opportunity for Tampines Rovers, who lacked possession against Albirex Niigata. Not often in a match you do say that Albirex Niigata have possession over Tampines. And this is the goal. Tomoyuki Doi, the back pass from Baihaki Kaizan, didn't have enough meat to find Shazwan. Tomoyuki Doi didn't give up the ghost. Chased it all the way down as every good forward should. Saw the opportunity, clipped it over Shazwan, and 1-0 to Albirex Niigata as they take a huge advantage in this title race with that goal. And he could have made it 2 as well. Hiroyoshi Kamata, again, showing determination to win the ball back for Albirex with the layoff here to Doi. Left foot. And Shazwan, an important save. And if Tampines do get a point, or if they do get a victory, they will look back at this and thank Shazwan Buhari for an important save that kept it at 1-0. When you compare this encounter with the one on 31st October, it's been different. Nakamura, with the strike against his former side, made space for himself in the build-up. Good turn on his right foot. And plenty of power, just couldn't find the back of the net. Couldn't foul him in that instance. Kei Okawa didn't get a touch on that. We'll be grateful. So it's all been Albirex Niigata in truth. They've had more shots, 7 shots to Tampines Rovers 4. Tampines have not had a shot on target yet. 3 shots on target for Albirex Niigata, just the 1 corner and the 1 yellow card for Andrew Au. The other results at halftime, as we have a look at this video by Albirex Myanmar's Children House in support for Albirex Niigata Singapore. It's a great video by them. So halftime at Jurong West is Young Lions 0, Lion City Sailors 2. Goals by Sharil Ishak and Song Wee Yong. Advantage to Lion City Sailors, and as it stands, just 1 point behind Tampines Rovers in the league table. Albirex Niigata pulling away. Well, here are the games coming up on Wednesday. Albirex Niigata, this could be the title clincher against Tanjong Pagar United. We're back here at Jurong East Stadium, 7:45 p.m. kickoff local time. Perhaps the match of the round. Lion City Sailors up against Tampines Rovers at Bishan for the opportunity to perhaps close AFC Champions League qualification. 4 matches happening on Wednesday. Hougang United up against Balestier Khalsa. Plenty riding on this one with AFC Cup football also on the horizon for both. And Young Lions taking on Geylang International, with the Eagles also hoping to qualify for the AFC Cup. Plenty of games to look forward to on Wednesday, but don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be back for the second half in this big one between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers. The White Swans 1-0 up. So 45 minutes to go in this big encounter between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers. 1-0 to the home side at the break. And it's a much different encounter than the one on 31st October. Plenty of games to look forward to on Wednesday, but don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be back for the second half in this big one between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers, the FC Cup. Plenty of games to look forward to on Wednesday, but don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be back for the second half in this big one between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers, the White Swans, 1-0 up. Since that game, Tampines Rovers were flying at that moment in the league, and how big a difference a month makes in football. Albirex Niigata now the one with control in the title race. There are going to be changes from both sides at the start of the second half. Ryo Nishiguchi will come on for Ong Yuwen. Nishiguchi with 5 goals this season. Nothing yet since his return from injury. And it does look to be perhaps a double change coming up from Tampines Rovers. Andrew Orr, I believe, will be replaced. Madhu Mohana and Erwan Shah were warming up really extensively. And Ryan Sanizal has been replaced as well. So Andrew Orr and Ryan Sanizal off, Erwan Shah on, and Madhu Mohana on. Well, they definitely beefed up the team in terms of experience. 2 youngsters off, 2 players of international pedigree on for Tampines Rovers. So you'd argue both sides have strengthened their side with their halftime substitutions. Ong Yuwen did decent, was neat and tidy, but Ryo Nishiguchi is a whole different prospect. Well, you do feel this is going to be a pivotal half of football in the destination of the league title. We will see a new champion in 2020, Brunei DPMM not taking part due to the COVID-19 complications in travel. But will it be Albirex Niigata, who have not won the league since 2018, just a season ago? Or will it be Tampines Rovers, who have not won since 2013? Tampines chasing their 6th league title. Albirex Niigata chasing their 4th. Bahaki's header back to Amirul. And Iman still on the pitch for Keiji Shigetomi. Nakamura. Well, there's plenty more options in attack for Tampines, that much is obvious. Here's Madhu Mohana. Clip ball looking for Kopitovic, cleared by Takida. And what is for sure, Tampines will throw the kitchen sink. They have to. And at this rate, a draw doesn't seem the worst result in the world. Victory almost seals it for Albirex Niigata. We've seen stranger things happen in football, and 2020 has been a strange year. But a 5-point lead with 2 games to go. Very, very difficult to see Albirex Niigata blowing that one. Good ball in, looking for Mehmedovic. A slip by Okawa, who didn't really claim. Oh, dangerous ball in, and Mehmedovic was on it very, very sharply. Here's Kopitovic chasing it down. And Okawa just clutching his head from the earlier collision between himself and Mehmedovic. A much better start here from Tampines. Amirul calmly heads it back to Shazwan. And just sense more urgency in the Tampines Rovers side. Nakamura. Bennett's ball to Amirul. Nishiguchi chasing down. Here's Irwan. Still with Irwan Shah. Comes in field. Lacking options. Mehmedovic comes short to Kopitovic. Yase onto his right foot. Clips one to the far post, looking for Madu Mohana. Here's Kopitovic! And the equalizer comes! Instant impact for Tampines Rovers. And you can hear the jubilation as they get an equalizer 3 minutes into the second half. And Boris Kopitovic with the goal. His 8th for the season. Good setup play by Yase. No one marking Madu Mohana at the back stick. And Kopitovic, well, through almost a save from Keokawa. It was a combination of foot and hand from Keokawa, but not enough, not strong enough to deny Boris Kopitovic. Well, the two hitmen in Doi and Kopitovic on the score sheet. And the changes have worked wonders. And now they go and try and get the winner, perhaps. So much sharper. It's a whole different Tampines side, second half. In the first 4 minutes here, they played much better than they did the first 45. Here's Yase, who's onside. Up against Kurishima. His cross takes a deflection, headed away. And Nishiguchi clears his lines. And suddenly the pendulum swings Tampines Rovers' way. Well, having said they'll take a draw, well, now they're going to search for a second. Look for the lead. Now, how strange is the game of football? It was all Albirex Niigata in that first half. If I'm not wrong, it was the first shot on target for Tampines Rovers. Found the back of the net. Shah, Yase. Amirul, Nakamura. Amirul. Keep possession. Nakamura. Shah's ball. Headed back by Nishiguchi. And Doi won't press in an offside position. And just look how far up Irwan Shah and Madu Mohana are. Almost as wingers. Shah's one with a long ball. Hit it by Hashioka. Nakamura. Here's Kopitovic. And Shah's one will come out to collect. Well, that goal has really changed the table as it stands. 27 to Albirex, 25 to Tampines, 23 Lion City Sailors. Angled ball looking for Mehmedovic. Irwan gets it back. Doi will pick up the loose ball. Nagasawa making the run. Kamata will pick it up. Here's Kurishima. Sakuma will spread it out to the right here to Hashioka. Taniguchi. Hashioka, they work it well here to Nishiguchi. Hashioka won't stop running. And Shah, with good defensive work, wins it back. Mehmedovic to Yase. Much more involved down the left, Yase Hanapi. Tried to put a little spin on the ball in search of Mehmedovic, who's worked really, really hard. Shazwan. Bennett. His ball in search of Kopitovic. He just tugged back, no foul by Takida. Well, eventually, the second phase of play brought back by Jensen Fu. Kopitovic was strong in this challenge against Taniguchi. Just nudged him out of the way and then just held back by Takida. Well, Jensen Fu will have a word with Takida, just telling him to calm down. That's the international sign for coming down, isn't it? Is there one? By Haki. All the way back to Shazwan. Mehmedovic can turn. The option is Kopitovic up front. It always is. He's the furthest player forward. Good vision to find Shah. To Irwan. Yase. Shah Shahiran. Good pass to Kopitovic. Yase will get a hit here off Hashioka. Shah Shahiran. Hanada is ready to come on for Albirex. A goal and 3 assists. Scored the winner against Lion City Sailors. Bahaki not going to take the risk. Back to Shazwan. Yase not picked up at all. Has time to control. Nakamura. Mehmedovic. He has plenty of space down the right for Madhu Mohana. Can he get a good cross in? It's a deep one. Irwan Shah will chase down. And corner, Tampines Rovers. Here's the change coming up. Iman Hakim will be replaced by Yasuhiro Hanada. And we've seen this change a couple of times with Hanada coming on throughout the season. And usually that means Kamata will be pushed on into an advanced position. Corner comes in. They want handball. The strike comes in. And they take the lead. Amirul Ladli at the back stick. And Tampines Rovers were 1-0 down. They're 2-1 up. And the pendulum has swung the Stags' way in this title race. And they didn't really deal with the corner here. It did come off Hanada, who just barely came on, didn't really set himself. And what do they say about making changes during set pieces? And during corner kicks, you try and avoid it. And Hanada wasn't prepared at all from the corner. And Amirul Ali, with plenty of time, struck it with so much venom. And it almost burst the back of the net. First goal of the season as well. You have to give credit to Gavin Lee, who saw the problems at the break and has rectified it, and then some. Here's Nishiguchi. A strong challenge coming in by Amirul. Oh, they've got their tails up now, Tampines. And something to hold on to. Victory for Tampines will see them go top of the table. Taniguchi. Oh, his cross not good enough. At Jurong West, we have confirmation that Lion City Sailors have gone 3-0 up against the Young Lions. Important 3 points there on the way for Aurelio Vidma's men. Well, what a title race we have. The closest in years. 3 teams still in with a shout. Yase, confirmation of that 3-0 scoreline at Jurong West for Lion City Sailors. Arshad with his second of the game. Well, with this result, if it stands this way, so much more importance on Wednesday's fixture at Bishan between the Sailors and the Stags. The ball over the top. Hanada up against Bennett. Kamata onto his left foot, gets a cross in. Bennett well positioned to clear it away. As it stands, Tampines 27 points, Albirex 26, Lion City Sailors 23. Too close to call. Hashioka taking on Yase. Still with Hashioka, off balance but wins the corner. And Hanada is an expert from set pieces. So Tampines Rovers have to be really, really careful here. Hanada to deliver. Combination of man marking and zonal marking from Tampines. Pushed away by Shazwan. Yase tries to get ahead of Nagasawa. Still with Nagasawa, does well to retain possession. Nakamura puts an end to that move. Hashioka will take the throw. Tries to set it up to Nagasawa. Well read by Amirul. Yase. Amirul. And back to Yase. Everyone Shah's clearance. Only as far as Kurishima's header straight to Mehmedovic. Oh, no look back heel to Shah Shahiran. Mehmedovic. Shah. Nakamura. They're rattled at the moment. Albirex Niigata, you can tell. Nakamura. Yase. Irwan. Shah. Good possession by Tampines Rovers. Making Albirex Niigata run. Bahaki's long ball in search for Madhu. Will get there ahead of Kamata. Here's Madhu Mohana. Good ball to Mehmedovic. Kopitovic with the control. Sakuma with an important intervention there. For Tampines Rovers, the experienced players, Madhu and Irwan, on at half-time, have really changed the mood and the atmosphere within the team. And of course, their experience in big game situations has helped. Yase will chase this down. Hashioka. Kamata. Slips. Madhu. Here's Kopitovic to make it 3. Good save, Okawa. Rebound. He puts it in. And Boris Kopitovic gets his second. And Tampines Rovers third. The Stags 3-1 up against Albirex Niigata. They've turned this around second half. 3 goals in 17 minutes for Tampines Rovers. The slip by Kamata, they didn't react quickly enough. Kopitovic left all open, had time with the rebound as well. Keokawa left exposed. And Kopitovic, goal number 9 for the season. And on a hat-trick. Well, quite incredible how this has turned around here at Jurong East Stadium. And now with a 2-goal advantage, Tampines Rovers can set their stall up a little bit. Kurishima. Well, what fantastic advertisement this is for Singapore football, as Mehmedovic gets a yellow card for time wasting. We've seen the title races in years gone by go down to the final game of the season, but it looks, with 2 matches to go, 3 teams win with a shout of winning the title. Nagasawa. Kurishima. Baihaki has to be careful, hacks it away. Kurishima, good first touch, blocked by Shah. And they can counter here, Tampines, Irwan. Kopitovic on a hat-trick. Yase, the left to Shah. Good pass in search of Kopitovic. Has the wrong side here of Sakuma. Kopitovic brings in Nakamura. This is champagne football from Tampines Rovers at the moment. Nagasawa. A loose pass. Well, admittedly, and Gavin Lee will admit to this, they have started in recent games. 3 draws in the last 5 matches. The performances haven't been great. But this is Tampines Rovers of old at the moment, second half especially. Albirex Niigata have only conceded 10 goals this entire season. Have conceded 3 in 17 minutes. Irwan. To put it into context, Albirex Niigata in their 5 home matches this season before this match have kept 4 clean sheets. And Tampines have come here and ripped that to shreds. Remember, there will be a water break at the 70-minute mark. Shah, good positioning to get the header. Yase, who's been fantastic. Shah has time to turn. Angle ball looking for Kopitovic. It's the clearance. It's a poor clearance by Takida. And Albirex Niigata, they need to sort themselves. Tampines look the more likely of the 2 sides to get another goal. And do remember, it could go down to goal difference as well. That's how tight this title race is. Coming together between Hashioka and Mehmedovic. Hanada to Kurishima. Nagasawa, keep this in play. Up against Bennett. Nagasawa onto his right foot. Hanada, very much a left-footed player. Kurishima swings it and changes play to Hashioka, the captain. He needs to inspire Albirex Niigata. Nakamura, look at his defensive position. Baihaki clears it. They one-hand ball. Jensen Fu not interested. Kamata. Hanada. Cross comes in off Bennett. In corner, Albirex. Well, big shouts for handball from Albirex Niigata in the build-up. Have a closer look here by Haki. Oh, difficult to tell from that angle. Doi to take the corner. They send 6 forward here, Albirex. Bahaki, dominant header. Kamata strike. Well, ricochets off Hashioka and doesn't really trouble with the follow-up. I hope you're enjoying this wherever you are watching us from around the world. This is the big one between Albirex Niigata and Tampines Rovers. Potential title decider. Tampines Rovers, victory here, and it will be advantage to them. Madu Mohana. Nakamura. Mehmedovic, who's been unplayable in the second half, and commentators curse as usual, just as I say that, gives the ball away. Kurashima. Ball over the top. Nagasawa is an interested party. Bennett gets a foot, and then second time round, knocks it out for a throw. They're in a rush, the White Swans. A water break coming up very, very shortly. Doi angles his run and will keep the ball in play. Excellent work by Tomoyuki Doi. Looking for Nishiguchi. Tried the little flick. Shazwan was aware to the danger. And you look back to the opportunity that he saved from Tomoyuki Doi in the first half to prevent it from going 2-0. And he's played a part in this comeback of sorts for Tampines Rovers. Yeah, Jensen Fu signals for the water break. And I've termed this almost a little timeout for both teams, and so important to get the message across for Gavin Lee and Keiji Shigetomi. This is what happened in the second half. Boris Kopitovic with the goal on 48 minutes. Amrul Atli to put Tampines up 2-1, 56 minutes. And Kopitovic, second time around after a good save from Keokawa, in 17 magical minutes for Tampines Rovers in this second half. They have turned this around. As it stands, look at that, for a title race. Remember, as it stands, Tampines top of the table, 27 points, Albirex on 26, and you can't discount Lion City Sailors on 23 points. As the sun sets here at Jurong East Stadium. And will we see the reignition of Tampines Rovers' title hopes? And remember, a performance without Jordan Webb. We'll be chomping at the bit if this stays this way. Lion City Sailors coming up. But Albirex will look to make a comeback of their own. Here's Hashioka. Hanada onto his left foot. Hit it away there by Haki. Irwan Shah. Just too far ahead of Mehmedovic. Kamata. Goes out wide here. To Nishiguchi. Finds Tomoyuki Doi, who will get the strike away. Tomoyuki Doi, good save. Shazwan once again. Well, too easy for Tomoyuki Doi to turn like that in the penalty area. And Shazwan Buhari saying, keep your concentration, boys. Here's Doi, turn Bennett. And you have to say, Shazwan Buhari has played a very important part for Tampines Rovers in this match. 2 big saves. Play on, says the ref. Irwan Shah. Mehmedovic. Yase, third man running. Here's Yase up against Sakuma. He wants the corner. Referee points, goal kick. Albirex need 2 goals, remember. Taniguchi, Kurishima. Need the big game plays to stand up now. Hashioka. Kurishima looking for Doi. Shashairan has been superb in midfield. Plenty of big performances from Tampines Rovers. Oh, Nakamura, Kopitovic giving him a lot to do on that occasion. Tampines readying a change for them. Kamata. It's Taniguchi. Hanada has come out to this right side. Very left-footed. Yasuhiro Hanada. Sakuma. Well read between Bennett and Shazwan. A pass looking for Ryosuke Nagasawa. Kopitovic doesn't get the header. It's the furthest player forward for Tampines. They're dropping a little bit deeper. The Stags. Hashioka needs options. Gets the ball back from Taniguchi. Hanada. Kurishima. Kenta Kurishima. Plenty of venom behind the strike. Felt the pressure from Boris Kopitovic. Scored a spectacular goal already this season, Kenta Kurishima. Just the one. They need something spectacular themselves at the moment. Saw the space, ran into it. Could see from the corner of his eye, Kopitovic was hounding him from the back. Do believe Taufik Suparno is coming on for Tampines. Mehmedovic. Kopitovic. Yeah, feels the touch from Takida. It's been a big battle between those two in this one. And Taufik will come on for Yase Hanape, who's been fantastic in my book. We'll pass the captain's armband to Daniel Bennett. "15 minutes to go." Taufik Suparno scored his first goal of the season against Hougang United on Wednesday. Madu's flick to Mehmedovic is offside. Well, Albirex Niigata facing their second defeat of the season, and both defeats at the hands of Tampines Rovers. 4-0 to Lion City Sailors. Gabriel Quack, another player on red-hot form at the moment, with the goal. Again, doing goal difference, their goal difference wonders. You have to say it's not beyond the realms of possibility that the title could be decided on goal difference. It's so tight at the moment between the three teams. Nagasawa. Hanada tries to link up. Shazwan would just slow down play. Here's Bennett. And they had the right players on the pitch to see the game out. A back five of Singapore internationals, including the experienced Shazwan Buhari. Madu by Haki, Daniel, Amirul, Erwan Shah. Players with Singapore caps under their belt. Bennett goes long. Taufik will chase and chase. Good header back by Sakuma. Hashioka. Look at the work rate by Taufik. Here's Kamata down the left for Albirex. Kurishima. Hashioka. Hanada's ball to Hashioka. Well, they need to penetrate through the league's best defense. And they need to do it twice in the next 11.5 minutes. Taniguchi. Still with Taniguchi in the area. Well, first of all, was it a foul? Second of all, was it in or outside of the area? Well, second question, academic, as the decision isn't given. Probably outside by Jensen Fu. Well, not making a decision there between Shah and Taniguchi. Just having a word here with Bennett and Doi. Jensen Fu. Jensen Fu telling him to concentrate. Well, a Swan Army that's outside the gates here of Jurong East Stadium, trying to rally the home side. Interesting ball in search for Taufik Suparno. Taufik brought down there by Takida. Takida has made several fouls in this match. Still no yellow card shown by Jensen Fu. Yeah, just a handoff from Takida on Taufik. And interesting to see how they are defending this. Albirex Niigata with 10 minutes to go. Every player in their own penalty area for Albirex Niigata. They're not leaving anyone up front for the quick counter. Nakamura takes the free kick. Plenty of bodies at the back. Kurishima knocks it on. And here's the chance for the counter. But as I said, no one really up front as a target man. Shairan with the foul on Taniguchi. Smart foul to tactically just break up play. Here's Okawa. Kamata. Nishiguchi down the left to Doi. Pass behind Kamata. And Albirex Niigata usually so good with their passing. Just in shock at the moment on how the game has panned out. And if you were just a casual observer of the first half, you would have said Albirex Niigata dominated. And well worth the lead. Possibly could have been 2-0 up. How it's turned around. Credit to the players and Gavin Lee. Kopetovic, excellent today. Irwan Shah making the run and not forcing the play. Just keeping the ball. That's the aim of the game for Tampines. Nakamura. Oh, late challenge by Kurishima on Nakamura. Yellow card is out by Jensen Fu. Challenge out of frustration by Kurishima. Yeah, a lunge on the right ankle of Nakamura. Yeah, not really good to see that. Both teams still can make further substitutions. You feel you can expect Tampines to run down the clock with a few more subs of their own. up next for Albirex Niigata on Wednesday. Home game against Tanjong Pagar United. Both sides call Jurong East home. Tampines Rovers away at Bishan against Lion City Sailors. Well, it's already swung one way. It looks to swing another. Will we see even more changes at the top of the table after Wednesday? And it looks likely it will go down to the final game of the season. Albirex Niigata will have Hougang United at Hougang Stadium. Tampines with a big task of an Eastern derby against Geylang International, with Hougang and Geylang potentially also chasing AFC Cup qualification. So plenty at stake. Taniguchi. Still 6.5 minutes to play. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Everyone Shah loses out to Hanada. Kurashima. The layoff comes to Hashioka. Well defended. Corner to Albirex. Well, they need Bahaki, Bennett, Amirul, Madhu to stay strong in these set-piece situations. Hanada has good delivery. Shazwan's kick will go out of play. Tampines readying a change. Memedovic, I'm hearing, will be replaced. The excellent Zairuddin Memedovic. As we head into the final 5 minutes here at Jurong East Stadium. Hanada. Memedovic with the clearance. Might be his last touch. Kurashima. Hanada. Down the right to Hashioka. Will take on Erwan. Tries to spin Erwan Shah. Gets a cross in. Kamata will keep possession for Albirex. Down the left. Up against Bennett. Still with Kamata. Hashioka. Kamata. Crowded penalty area. Kurashima. And Taufik putting on the pressure. Takida. Taniguchi. Hashioka, look where he is. Trying to break down this resilient Tampines backline. Doi. Shah's clearance will end up in the hands of Shazwan Buhari. Fazrul Nawas about to come on. Taufik will chase this down. Did seem to favor him at one point. And Albirex come forward again. Well, a goal from them will certainly set up a grandstand finish. With 3 minutes remaining. Hanada. Oh, that's well spotted by Taufik Suparno, who's true on goal. Takida coming to cover. Taufik Suparno! Game, set, match, Tampines Rovers. Taufik Suparno, the super sub, gets the 3 points for Tampines Rovers. And look at the celebrations. Shazwan is up there. And they've turned this around second half expertly. Another Tampines Rovers masterclass, sloppy play. And Taufik Suparno, with the angle being covered, just toe pokes it. past Kei Okawa. Confident finish. Scored in midweek, scores on Sunday. And Tampines are going top of the table. And to be honest, they've wiped the floor with Albirex Niigata second half. Fazrul on for Mehmedovic. Oh, they've let themselves down as well. Albirex Niigata second half. Shazwan has come a long way. Good save. Clatters Nishiguchi. Awkward fall from Shazwan. And hopefully he's not too badly hurt. Our trainer has been called on. Zulfairuz Rudi is the backup goalkeeper. He was committed, he came a long way. Yeah, perhaps he just fell awkwardly there, Shazwan. The trainer is on. And this will definitely add on to the injury time. We're hearing 4 minutes, might be more, after the attention provided to Shazwan Buhari. Well, Wednesday is the day where we will see Lion City Sailors take on Tampines Rovers. And so much riding on that match, especially with the result here. Lion City Sailors have done themselves plenty of good with their impending victory against the Young Lions. 4 minutes of time to be added on. Here's Nishiguchi up against Madu. Nakamura, it will be sweet for him. Up against his former club to come away with victory here. It will mean so much more as it puts Tampines back on top of the table. Shannon Stephen to come on. Madu's header. Kurashima. Anyway, will do for Amirul Atli. Shannon to come on for Shahiran. It'll be difficult to pick a man of the match for Tampines Rovers. So many good performers. Kopitovic, with 2 goals, will probably get it. On a hat-trick as well. Still has time to get one as well. Boris Kopitovic. Everyone Shah, Nakamura. To Shah. Taufik. Keep ball, Nakamura. Shah. Nakamura. Great skill, Kyoga Nakamura. And wins the corner for Tampines. And we'll see the change here. And Shahiran has worked his socks off in midfield. And will come off for Shannon Stephen. Just an extra body to show up at the back. Be incredible to see anything except with 2 minutes to play. Irwan. Here's Shannon. Madu. They're going for 5, Tampines. Madu. Shannon. Will they go for 5? Will they get number 5? Madu. Then Bennett has joined the attack. Fazrul. Baihaki. A long ball. Shannon Stephen will chase this down. Still 60 seconds to go. And anything Albirex Niigata get will be a mere consolation. Big switch, Hashioka, who's been limited attackingly, and Erwan Shah, with his introduction at halftime, has been excellent. Kurishima. Taniguchi. Still Taniguchi. Into the area, Taniguchi. Just ran into too many bodies. 30 seconds left for a big result in context of the SPL title race. Fazrul almost pinched it past Kurishima. Now this will be the last opportunity of the game. Reminder, result 4-0 at the moment. Lion City Sailors winning over the Young Lions. And Tampines Rovers, big winners. No matter what happens from this set-piece situation, 4 goals against Albirex Niigata at home. Hanada's delivery goes all the way through. Shazwan claims. And that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. Albirex Niigata, who are 1-0 up at halftime, have completely blown it. And it's now advantage Tampines Rovers with a clinical second-half performance. Goals from Boris Kopitovic with the double. Amrul Atli and Taufik Suparno, the super sub, means this top-of-the-table clash has seen the pendulum swing Tampines Rovers' way. Who go top of the table, Albirex Niigata 1, Tampines Rovers 4. And you can see the celebrations on the pitch. Gavin Lee keeping his emotions in check. Albirex Niigata with 2 defeats this season, with 2 games to go, and both defeats coming against Tampines Rovers. Here's a reminder of the full-time score. Albirex Niigata 1, Tampines Rovers 4. And what a game of football, and how it has changed since this first half performance. Bahaki Kaizan's back header, too short, and Tomoyuki Doi joining on the spot, putting Albirex Niigata 1-0 up after 38 minutes, and they deserved it. They were the much better side in the first half, Albirex, and Tampines Rovers just didn't seem at the races at all. Doi with his 9th goal of the season. Was advantage Albirex Niigata, but it all changed in the second half. It just took 3 minutes into the second half for the equalizer to come, and Boris Kopitovic, unmarked, Madu Mohana, who set it up, unmarked as well. And you know, the Albirex Niigata defense, 6s and 7s from the restart. Much sharper, Yase with a good pick out, no unmarking Madu. And Boris Kopitovic with the easiest of finishes in the penalty area. 1-1 at that stage, anybody's game, but it did look the brighter side. And the ball will come to Amrul Atli, the ball deflecting off Yasuhiro Hanada, who just seconds before that came onto the pitch. He wasn't prepared, wasn't ready, and it came off him. Diverted towards Amrul Ali, who smashed it with all his might and gave Tampines Rovers the lead on the 56th minute. 2 would then become 3. Look at the space given to Boris Kopitovic. And the second opportunity after initially a good save from Kei Okawa, putting Tampines Rovers 3-1 up after 62 minutes. 3 goals in 17 minutes. How they turn this around, credit will be given to Tampines Rovers and to Gavin Lee for a tactical masterclass in the second half. Madu Mohana again involved, and he played a big part, and a lot of good performances from Tampines Rovers in this match. And Taufik Suparno, a substitute, will wrap things up on the 88th minute, through on goal after sloppy play from Hanada. A toe poke past Kei Okawa, his 2nd of the season. 2 goals in a row, 2 goals in 2 games for Taufik Suparno, and that celebration says it all. Too easy for Tampines Rovers against Albirex Niigata in the second half, and they totally wiped the floor against the White Swans. And what a performance. Possibly a statement of intent. With 2 games to go, Tampines Rovers looking good, back on form perhaps. And Albirex Niigata, their 5-game winning streak shattered after this match against Tampines Rovers. And here are the stats. Albirex Niigata with 13 shots to Tampines Rovers 9. 5 on target for both sides. 5 on target for Tampines, 4 goals. That's clinical. 4 corners to Albirex, 2 to Tampines, 1 offside each. 3 yellow cards in the match. So a wrap-up of all the results over the weekend, and big results in each of them. Balestier Khalsa now in 4th position, the final AFC Cup qualifying spot after the 2-0 victory over Geylang International. Hougang United back in it as well with a 3-2 victory over Tanjong Pagar United. Tampines Rovers with the victory here against Albirex Niigata. Lion City Sailors with the win over the Young Lions. Here's how it stands. Tampines back on top of the table, 27 points. Albirex Niigata 26. Lion City Sailors have a shot at 23 points. Look at the AFC Cup qualifying positions. Balestier in 4th. That would be good enough for them to qualify. Geylang on 16. Hougang United still not out of it. Plenty at stake for the title, for AFC Cup positions. And it will all happen on Wednesday with 4 matches to come on one single evening. And Albirex Niigata will be back here at Jurong East Stadium up against Tanjong Pagar United. They will need to respond. The big one is at Bishan as Lion City Sailors take on Tampines Rovers. Top of the table, I shall add, Tampines Rovers. At Hougang Stadium, Hougang United will take on Balestier Khalsa. Plenty of implications there for the final AFC Cup spot. And the Young Lions will remain at Jurong West Stadium as they take on Geylang International. Well, what a title race we have in the 2020 season of the AIA Singapore Premier League. 2 rounds to go. It's anybody's game. Full-time score here at Jurong East Stadium. Albirex Niigata 1, Tampines Rovers 4.